Brody Minnick, co-host of Starting Two Podcast.
Alex Desai, best friend, partner in crime. I feel a little sick today. Do you feel sick?
I feel pretty sick as well, my friend.
Yeah, what do you got over there?
I got some phlegm. I got some sore throat. You know the razor blades are coming when the sore throat's hurting.
You know when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, and then you take a drink of water and it doesn't go away and you go, no, and then you yeah. So that's currently what I'm experiencing. Starting to feel sick.
We're starting to feel sick. Maybe if you play some of that intro music, it'll
That'll make you feel better. You're right. All right, guys, welcome back to the Starting Two. We've got some big things coming up. Obviously, we got the Super Bowl coming up. We've got one of my teams hired a new coach, so we'll talk about that. A lot of stuff in sports. We're also going to talk about some of our own personal stuff going on involving music and whatnot. And then I also have a game that Alex has no idea about that we're going to play, so that'll be fun at the end of the game. At the end of the episode, stay until then. But yeah, I think we should just jump right into it. You know what? Let's just go ahead and let's talk about what we were just talking about. Okay. So, fun fact, guys. Obviously, Alex and I are both musicians. Last year, I made an album for my capstone. So, capstone project being something that proves what you've learned over the last 4 years, or something that you can really draw back on from your experiences, or something that sets yourself up for the future, right? So, obviously, music industry, doing a lot of recording, a lot of the business side. I was like, okay, I'm gonna record and produce my own album. And then I'm going to market it, and I'm going to do all these things for it. So, me and my band, Yacht Rock cover band at the time, did an all-original album. Obviously, we've talked about Yacht Birds, which is the song that is our intro. That was on the album. So, anyways, great time. Had a lot of fun doing it. I learned a lot, and I also got to show everything that I did in the previous years about learning what to do, how to mix it, how to promote it, whatever. So, Alex tells me, obviously, Alex is going through the same process now. He has a capstone idea, and it's really cool, and I actually stopped him from talking so he could tell you guys a little bit more about it. So, Alex, hit us up with your capstone, man.
Yeah, so I could have taken the...
This is the part where everybody goes, oh, that's so cool, Skip. Okay, you go ahead.
I'm going to guess this is about a 4 or 5 minute conversation, so it skipped about 7.5 minutes in the episode, and we'll get to the Super Bowl. I decided that I wanted to do a course for my capstone project, which is like the final for college. And I want to build a course, and I want to build it for the undergraduate program here at West Virginia. I'd like to have that be on my resume as a person that has built a course for a university. And if I'm fortunate enough, maybe I'll get to teach it a little bit, which is also a big resume builder. And it's proving to be extremely difficult.
Who would have thought?
Exactly. I mean, it's funny. If I wanted to do an album, I would call Brody and say, hey, Brody, I've got 5 songs I want to do, and I'm going to send them to you, and you're going to do this all for me, other than the fact that I just made all this, and Brody's going to mix it and master it and send it off to whoever needs to get sent off to. I could have done that, but I was like, no, man, I could do some fun stuff. I could have done a research paper, and that would have taken me some time. But that's 12 pages. I could knock that out in a week, I'm realizing more and more how much work goes into a course. I need to make 48 lesson plans. I need to make about 500 slides and slideshows. I need to make 2 tests, 10 discussion boards, 5 quizzes, a midterm exam, a final exam, and 2 projects.
And then also you have to grade those. So
I do have to grade all of those. And just anybody, hey, if there's any viewers that are contemplating attending WVU and this course is available, all of the questions on these tests and quizzes and exams will be multiple choice. I will not be reading your answers. I do not want to do that. So, I'm getting it done. I finished up my first 2 lesson plans. I've written down a couple quizzes. I was texting Brody and our other bud David. I was like, hey, who are some prominent modern jazz artists or in the neo-jazz subgenre? And it's 9:30 in the morning, and they sent me all of them. I think I've got about 20 artists to go through, which is fine.
The ears
no worries
perked
about
up,
it.
And yeah, we were like, boom! You needed it. What? 2 former jazz studies majors in college? Whoa! Yeah, I can actually use my degree.
This is funny. All 3 of us, at one point or another, me, Brody, and David, were performance majors. At one point in college, we were all performance majors, and we all switched the industry because we all hated performance. And it wasn't nearly as I don't think it was probably as helpful as it would be to just do business and all that kind of stuff. So my buds helped me out. My two jazz players helped me out, and I'm hoping I can get that lesson plan done and move forward and hopefully do a good job.
Well,
I'm gonna a lot of time.
This is, first of all, shout out to teachers, number one. Okay, teachers, they go unnoticed a lot of times, very underpaid. My whole family is actually teachers, and I teach all the time. I still teach private lessons. I teach at a School of Rock, which has been great. Really fun. It's very hard. It's also very rewarding. So it's great that you're having to, when you fully dive into something like this, you kind of realize it, right? But also, shout out Alex. That's really cool. That's something that, honestly, I wouldn't have even thought of. And I think that's something that's great for you. It's going to push you beyond your boundaries. Also, shout out, we were talking about jazz, and we're talking about new artists and suggesting and how important it is to have friends that have different musical tastes than you. Alex is one of those friends. We share a lot of things, but we also share a lot of different music that we can always suggest. A few weeks ago, back on the podcast, Alex suggested Olivia Dean. As she's up for Best New Artist. She's all the way right now.
By the way, before she popped off too, no less.
Yeah. Now when you say you like Olivia Dean's, everybody's like who doesn't? But like genuinely, she is extremely talented, very good voice. And I showed her to my dad, who's the ultimate jazz guy. Taught me everything. He's like, that's a jazz voice. That immediately it's like that's a voice that clicks. And she can do jazz, she can do pop, she can do she could sing pretty much anything she wants to. But I have to say, that's what I've been listening to a lot lately. Me and Sarah, actually, going on Olivia Dean. So that's been great. Hope she wins Best New Artist at the Grammys. That would be awesome. Alex, what have you been listening to lately that maybe is a little out of your box?
Out of
your comfort zone. Something that maybe you've discovered recently that you were like, hey, that's kind of good. I'll add it to my songs.
Let's see.
By the way,
yeah.
I have to play. So I teach at a School Rock. Teach drum sets, great. But I have to listen to the different songs that these kids are playing in their performance programs. If my Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year has like the Beatles in it, which no shame to the Beatles, I love the Beatles, but they're never going to be in my top 5. You have to listen to these same songs over and over when you play it with these kids. Dude, my Spotify Wrapped is going to be shafted by the end of the year because I'm listening to like Megadeth and I'm like, that's just not me. And it's
it's so funny. David used to send me his Spotify Wraps, and David likes Kid Cudi and like and a bunch of these other guys. He sends me all of his new things. It's all the songs that he had to do for church.
Yeah.
he's like Doug. And fun
Praise.
fact, all 3 of us either now or in the past have worked at the church. Also, fun fact, we're gonna take a little spin off here. Brody hits me up a week and a half before he's out of town. He's leaving. He goes, "Hey, do you wanna be the next, like, take my job since I'm leaving?" And Brody had 4 months to train when he took this job. Brody gave me a week. The day I got there, an unpaid day, by the way. Brody's putting me on the streaming board. Hey man, just make sure. Here's the master. Make sure we're mixing this right. Make sure we're.
Yeah.
I mean.
He got it. Hey,
I've been doing it for like 9 months, but
now just imagine. So just imagine. See, I could have just left, and they were trying to find people, and they were struggling, and I was like, I mean, I'll really help you guys if you need help, and so I was so good at my job that they were just at a complete loss. What can I say? I mean,
what's funny?
What?
When something goes wrong, or like something's like we find something new that we haven't like looked at yet. We always go Brody's fault.
Brody's fault. It's my
It's
fault.
on Brody. It's on Brody.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
Well, when you work in sound and stuff like that, it's always a don't fix it now. It worked this time. Maybe it'll work later. Maybe it was just something, and you don't actually fix it. That's just like universal. So, anyways, great talks. Let's move on to some NFL head coaches because we are in the NFL head coaching discussion from last week with our good friend Jackson, who was on here, which was great. We have breaking news over the last week and a half that the Steelers have brought in a new presence, a new leader of men, if you will, into the locker room. Can you give me that name, Alex?
This is Michael, middle name Jackson McCarthy. Formerly, exactly. I don't actually know if his middle name's Jackson, by the way, but yes, it is.
It's probably like Smith.
It's actually Petunia, but yes, Mike McCarthy, new Pittsburgh Steelers head coach, obviously from the area, from PA. formerly of the Green Bay Packers, won a Super Bowl with them. Offensive-minded guy, and he gets the job. I believe he's 62.
Yeah, he
Uh,
is. Yeah.
and a questionable hire. A lot of people, especially in Steelers Kingdom, have been a bit topsy-turvy on this hire. So, Brody, my resident Steelers fan, what do we got? I don't have opinions. I actually like Mike McCarthy, but I've been told by everybody on Twitter and the deep depths of Instagram Reels that Mike McCarthy is a member of the Shadow Realm. So, give me your thoughts, Mr. Steelers fan.
Yeah, so let me just, before I start this, I'm going to pull up a graphic. Let's see here. All right, here we go. So, hey guys. So, Mike McCarthy. By the way, his middle name is John, which was not far off from Smith.
That is the most, if there was like a name that we weren't guessing, that is his middle name. If anybody deserves the middle name John, it is Michael McCarthy. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Mike John McCarthy. Sweet, sweet Mike. So I never disliked Mike McCarthy. I think he's a great offensive mind. I think which is what the Steelers need. 100% glad they brought in an offensive mind. It's a change. Now, when the headline comes in, my initial reaction was, no. Oh, no. He's so old. Truth be told, that's just what it is. The Steelers, who have this tendency to keep a coach for 20 years, only 3 since having Chuck Noll back in the 70s, it's tough. It's tough to bring in a guy that's 62, and I can't see him coaching past his 80s. Obviously, that's a very hard thing to do. It's been done, but it's very rare. And it also proves a little bit that they're not quite ready to move on from Mike Tomlin. And here's why. The Steelers are not I've said this before, they're not a rebuild team. They're a reload team, which is why they are constantly picking at 20, constantly picking at 25, whatever it is. They don't have the draft capital to build up their next Super Bowl squad. They're ready to always compete in the playoffs, but it's never enough to pull the full weight. Last time that happened, they were picked high enough to get a future Hall of Fame quarterback in Ben Roethlisberger. Same with when they got Troy Polamalu up around that range as well. They got these players that they could really build that entire squad that Cowher and Tomlin had. So, it's not the worst hire. I didn't want Brian Flores. We've already had Brian Flores on our staff at one point. I think Brian Flores is a great coordinator. I don't think he's a great head coach. There's a lot of people like that. But I'm going to read the records of Mike Tomlin versus Mike McCarthy. One is 19 years.
I think they're the exact same.
Yeah, they're nearly identical. One is, I think Mike is 19, and I think the other Mike McCarthy, is maybe 18 years. Obviously, he's at a gap now. We got 183 wins, 107 losses, and 2 ties for Mike Tomlin. 4 wins, 112 losses, and 2 ties for Mike McCarthy. Within 10 games of each other. Playoff wins, 8-11 for Mike Tomlin. Okay, playoff wins, losses, 11-11 for Mike McCarthy. Super Bowl wins, 1 for each. Division titles, 8 for Mike McCarthy, 7 for Mike Tomlin. So whenever I look at this, and playoff appearances, guess what? Tied at 12. So you cannot look at something like that and go, boy, this is a huge change. This is something the Steelers, it's the same. You can tell that they are not ready to move on from the Mike Tomlin. And I get that he stepped away, whatever it is. I'm sure the Steelers probably would have kept him, to be honest. They want the consistency. Mike Tomlin has consistency, and Mike McCarthy has had consistency. He's had multiple 12-win seasons. He's been a great coach, but he has not been able to ring in the chip every time. I mean, they went to like 4 division titles, and they went to conference championships over and over with Aaron Rodgers. They were in the playoffs every single year when they were competitive during that 2010 to 2020 stretch. And you have one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. This goes for both sides. Mike Tomlin has a Hall of Fame quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback under Mike McCarthy. 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. How many Super Bowls between the both of them? There's 3. Ben has 2. Aaron Rodgers. There's 3. Those 2 quarterbacks are undoubtedly regarded as top 10 quarterbacks. So you only have 3 Super Bowls between the 2 of them, right? Mike Tomlin only has 1 of those. So it's just it's mind-boggling when you think about it. This really wasn't a starting over point. This is truly the Steelers are trying to win now with what quarterback? With an aging defense that also was really disappointing last year. Is Mike McCarthy a defensive mind? No. So that's a huge hole to fix. So I don't know. I'm going to let you take over here. As a Steelers fan, I'm not like upset. I'm just a little flatlined. It's better than something that we had because at least we're focusing more on the offense. But now they're talking this whole Aaron Rodgers talk. They're like, did we hire Mike McCarthy for Aaron? No, but that doesn't help. that doesn't help the headlines that say that. So go ahead, Alex.
I think there's themes and there's I'll use a musical term, motifs. Okay, you look at both of these squads, the Packers and the Steelers, and we're not really going to touch too much on the Cowboys. That's Mike McCarthy's most recent team. I think a lot of people try and block those years out.
And he was good. That's what said
He
was so
wasn't
good,
bad whatsoever. That offense was humming.
It's forgettable. That's what. There's nothing to remember.
I look at it and you go, let's look at these Packers teams. Let's look at these Steelers teams. These are great teams, and you look at both of them and you go, they should have maybe 2 or 3 Super Bowls each, and they don't. And you think about how many years Aaron Rodgers was just maybe I don't think he really let down those teams hardly at all. Maybe once or twice. That 49ers game in his most recent year, or second to most recent year in the playoffs with.
I mean, he's thrown a Jordy Nelson, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't have those weapons. I mean, he kind of made that team.
And so this is exactly. Jordy Nelson, I will say, Jordy Nelson was good. Donald Driver was good. James Jones led the league in receiving touchdowns. But how many of those guys, like Randall Cobb was also a guy, Devontae Adams was a guy, but like how many of those guys did Aaron make? Yeah, that's an important thing. How like Martavis Bryant? I thought he was an outstanding player when he was on the Steelers. I feel like Ben made Martavis Bryant.
Yeah,
and that's
same with
just
Antonio Brown. It's their connection. Well, Antonio Brown, a freak athlete, but their connection. Antonio Brown never had the connection like that he would have with Big Ben, because when you have a quarterback like that knows where you're going to be, that knows that like I'm just going to throw it down there, you're going to be there. Eli and OBJ had that in their prime. And when I look at Aaron Rodgers, the most impressive thing about Aaron Rodgers is he did not play with the starting cast that everybody had. Even Tom Brady. Tom Brady always had under the radar wide receivers, but they're very consistent. But his defenses and his offensive line, everything went right. Aaron Rodgers is a scrappy guy. And he did a lot that was like, I'm just solely paying attention to Aaron Rodgers. And it reminds me a lot of Josh Allen this year, where Josh Allen's playing superhero for most of it because he's got Khalil Shakir, no offense, catching the ball, and Keon Coleman not showing up. It's the people that make them. And obviously Aaron Rodgers is 42 now. He can't carry that kind of load. And what do the Steelers not have? They don't have the wide receiver powers. They don't have the weapons to do that.
Yeah, and I think about it. Brody mentions the last time the Steelers were bad enough, they got Big Ben, and then they were good enough, and that's kind of a trend. We talk about the Packers not being good enough. Aaron was so good, and I'm gonna maybe Brody here won't like this. Aaron was that much better than every other quarterback at the time. Tom's the GOAT. Aaron is the best player. Is the better player, and I think a lot of people should be able to recognize that. Aaron was so good. He brought the best out of these guys, but they didn't draft well. They really didn't. Yeah. They didn't make the best decisions while drafting. The Steelers drafted Big Ben, got their chips. They drafted really well. Really, really well. And that offense, where they've really struggled as of recent, where they got Le'Veon Bell in, I think it's a day 2 pick. Antonio Brown was a day 3 pick. The Killer Bees. I mean, so I think a lot of this is going to come down to drafting. You'd like to think, assuming the Steelers can get their quarterback position nailed out, because we haven't seen Mike McCarthy or Mike Tomlin, we have seen Mike Tomlin deal with bad quarterbacks, but we haven't seen Mike McCarthy deal with bad quarterbacks. Dak, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Flynn, maybe, but Matt Flynn felt like he was playing really well, deserved a contract.
He did his job. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm interested to see how that works, but you'd like to think he gets the offense done. You'd like to think that the defense next year plays the way that they did towards the end of the year this year. And if that is the case, the Steelers are a dangerous team. I think, and Brody may disagree, and I know a lot of Steelers fans disagree, I would like to see Aaron go another year with the Steelers. I think him and Mike McCarthy have some sort of connection. Maybe not the best of friends as they once were. I think they've got some sort of connection. I think that they can make some things happen. I think they can utilize DK in a far better way than Arthur Smith had, who we'll get to later. And I think it's going to be great for Will Howard's development, because I don't know, Brody, I think you're in the same field as me. I think Will Howard has the potential to be a good quarterback. I really do. I like what he did. I think he's got the attitude. I think he's got the commitment. You talk about how he speaks so glowingly about the game with so much ferocity. You talk about his interview with Gruden. You talk about how he loves learning from Aaron. That's the kind of guy you want, especially in a city like Pittsburgh that is as blue collar as it is. So I think the Steelers got to recognize, hey, we probably won't win a Super Bowl unless Aaron and Mike can rekindle some kind of flame. But this is a developmental year for Will, who we think can be that guy, and we can still get him on a cheap contract and maybe bolster up some other parts of the team. And that's kind of my 2 cents about it all.
Yeah, great points. I agree with everything. And we're going to talk about one more thing. I'm just going to touch on the quarterback situation, then we'll move off of this. So, obviously, Mike McCarthy is what it is. I hope we have a new offensive production. He spoke really highly of Will Howard. He thinks that the development can be there. Obviously, Mike McCarthy dealt with Aaron Rodgers as a young pup under Brett Favre coming out of nowhere, and it was kind of like, okay, we'll see what Rodgers got. Obviously, it was a high draft pick. Let's see what he's got. And Aaron Rodgers turns into be Aaron Rodgers. We're hoping that's the case with Will Howard. I know that's rare. However, I don't want Aaron Rodgers back. I don't. I don't want Aaron Rodgers back because, it's just tough. It's tough watching an aging quarterback has no future here. That's not going to win a Super Bowl. However, what are the alternatives? You start Will Howard, who didn't take a single snap, not a single snap the entire year. No on-field action. Can't do that, really. Mason Rudolph is not the answer. He's a backup quarterback. Barely a backup quarterback. Ty Simpson is what everybody wants the Steelers to draft. I think Will Howard is a better quarterback than Ty Simpson. I think he is. I think he's a better prospect. Will Howard won a national championship, and yes, his roster was stacked. So was Joe Burrow's, okay? I think Will Howard has everything it takes to be a starter. I really do. And a great player, maybe. I don't know. What do you have?
So, Julian Sayin had a very similar roster. Ohio State, obviously. Matt Patricia coming in. Carnell Tate now likely being maybe a top 5 pick at wide receiver, even though he's wide receiver 2 on that team, didn't make it. They lost to Miami. Will Howard still having that command of that team, overcoming a loss to Michigan. Obviously not great. You don't want to go, hey, they lost to Michigan. But hey, but winning the championship, having something to persevere through, I think is a testament to his character, who he is as a football player, wanting to keep going, wanting to fight on, all that kind of stuff. And Julian Sayin, a lot of people are saying this is a good prospect here. A little undersized, absolute rifle at Ohio State. But we've seen Will Howard get it done. Julian Sayin's mocked to be a top 10 guy, So
yeah. And Will Howard, he can use his legs. He's a really athletic guy. He throws a great deep ball. From what I've seen, accurate. He's smart. Obviously, we're hoping he takes that step in the NFL. But he also played his best football in the playoff run. I mean, demolishes Oregon, plays really well against Notre Dame, craps on Tennessee. When you wanted him to be there, I think this is why Fernando Mendoza, it looks like he's going to be great. Great kid as well, really smart. I don't see like a whole ceiling level between Fernando Mendoza and Will Howard. As somebody who's watched a lot of Will Howard and a lot of Fernando Mendoza, there's not this gigantic Joe Burrow-ish gap between that everybody wants Fernando Mendoza to be Joe Burrow. There's not that gap. I think it is fair enough to have Will Howard, maybe with a little development, be on the same level. I don't think, and if Fernando Mendoza comes in next year and gets thrusted into this terrible Raiders organization, I'll feel bad. I want Fernando Mendoza to get a little time to sit under it. We'll see if that happens because they're obsessed with him. But don't you think that's interesting?
And it's funny. I don't know the kind of player Fernando Mendoza will be. I think he'll be a good guy, a good player. I think he's going to be a fringe top 10 guy. I think that's the kind of player he is. He's very Jared Goff-like to me.
Yeah.
Hey, he could be top 10. Then other times he'll be 15. Sometimes he'll be 12. Sometimes he'll be 8. All that kind of stuff. I look at Will Howard, and I feel like, and do correct me if I'm wrong, like this is just my personal opinion. I see Jackson Dart, and I like Jackson Dart. I'm a fan of Jackson Dart.
I was about to ask.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think Jackson Dart in this conversation, because he's similar in that conversation, Cam Ward and Jackson Dart, do you see a drop-off between them and Fernando Mendoza and Will Howard? These guys drafted around the same.
Oh gosh, here we go. I do not think Cam Ward's that good of a player.
Yeah.
Well,
I just think he plays lazy, but it's the kind of play style he has.
But here's what we'll do. We'll find out if he's good or not, because Brian Dable is the quarterback whisperer, okay?
Yep.
I truly believe that. Daniel Jones was a lost cause in New York. I think he got scared every time those lights in MetLife turned on, and he played like a pup. Got to get out of the way and let the big dogs bark in the kitchen. Shout out Jamal Williams for that, by the way. I'm really interested to see what the Steelers do. You got any last closing words on this? We've been on Pittsburgh for a while here.
I hope for the best. We'll see what they do, and whenever they bring back a decision, we'll talk about it here. I hope there's some sort of new age in Pittsburgh. I think we're all hoping for that. I think non-Pittsburgh Steelers fans are even tired of hearing about the same old story. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's get on to our next thing.
Yeah, let's stay in the division. Let's go to Todd Monken. Cleveland Browns, formerly the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, this is all of this movement. Patrick Queen jumping around, Todd Monken. It feels incestuous, which I know is a crazy thing to say, but I mean, this one doesn't even make sense to me. It's like your sister's ugly in this situation. Why would you get with her? So, and that goes for both parties. I don't know why either, but hey, Todd Monken wanted to draft Shedeur Sanders, so I mean, I guess that's a good thing.
Well, it's just for me, and Jim Schwartz wanted the head coach position, and I think he wants out of Cleveland, actually, from what I've been hearing. Yeah, and obviously Jim Schwartz has been one of the best defensive coordinators in football the last few years. Why wasn't he tried as a head coach? I mean, I
think he gets a very short rope because of what he did in Detroit as a head coach.
Probably, but you might as well. He's in the system. You know what I'm saying? You're not bringing him somewhere else. He's already there. He's built a great defense. Yes, they have Myles Garrett. Yes, they have Denzel Ward. But he's brought in a lot of guys, and they play great. That's a good Cleveland Browns defense. I don't understand why they wouldn't even just give it a try. He's already in the organization. Instead, you bring in, and correct me if I'm wrong, Monken was not coaching recently. He was the
Ravens coordinator.
Okay, Ravens. So he was already with the Browns before that. So he already had a stint with the Browns, and I believe it was when Baker was there. He already had a stint with the Browns. Now he's back. Do they really see enough love for this guy to be like, yeah, come on back? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying the Ravens have been bad at their offensive play calls, but it's a very specific style. It's Lamar Jackson's style, and that's the way it's going to be played because Lamar Jackson is that kind of player. He demands a system. Is this system going to fit now your Shedeur Sanders QB1 Pro Bowl quarterback?
They know.
Do you think that I just think this is a complete shift in the opposite direction, and I felt like a total reach after everybody's getting these new coaches. Mike McCarthy's back. We're getting they're like, here's Todd Monken, and we're like, who?
So here's what's gonna happen. Todd Monken's gonna walk into that offensive room for the first time when he gets into Cleveland, and he's gonna go, Quinshawn Junkins, when your leg heals, I want you to grow your hair out a little more and then turn it into a horn, kind of like Derrick Henry. I'm not saying be like Derrick Henry, but I kind of want you to do that. And then when you get a chance, change your number to 22. And maybe we'll see what happens. And then Shedeur. And I know you're good, man, but we need to. I think the afro's not doing you too many favors. Let's go to braids. Maybe like a box braid. How about a box braid? And we're gonna change our number to 8. And we're gonna look in the mirror and we're gonna say Truz a lot.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll hop on the field.
Maybe a shiesty. Maybe that'll help.
And I think that's Todd Monken's goal. He's going to try and convince the Browns that they are the Ravens, which they're not. The Browns are closer to the Briar Woods High School football team than they are to the Baltimore Ravens. Shout out Trace McSorley. Shout out Brody Minnick for graduating from there. Class of 21.
Throw it on a dime like I ain't even trying.
Come on now. Do you got anything on that, or is that a pretty?
Yeah, no. That's just. I mean, when this headline came in, one of my best friends is a diehard Cleveland Browns fan, and he was upset. It's just like
is he suicidal?
Yeah, it's just he doesn't understand. You bring in, like you said, you don't want to bring in people who are division rivals, but Todd Monken being with the Ravens, obviously he had Derrick Henry and all these things, but it's a different system than the Browns are running, and it's like they're just trying to copy what the Ravens have been doing. That's fine, maybe, but you have Shedeur Sanders. And I will outspokenly say Shedeur Sanders is not a great NFL quarterback.
I will outspokenly say Shedeur Sanders is not a bad quarterback. Not good.
He's not bad, but he has moments, but he's obviously a Pro Bowl quarterback. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of a toss-up, but the Browns is the Browns. That's all I have to say about that.
And you couldn't say it better. Brownies are gonna brownie. Now let's keep it in the family. Jesse Minter. Let's go from one Harbaugh to another. Come on. Jesse Minter, baby. Come on. Okay. This is the former Chargers DC for I don't know which Harbaugh is which Harbaugh. One of them's John. One of them's Jim.
John is the Ravens. Jim's with the Chargers.
Jesse Minter was formerly with the Ravens. Left went to the Chargers. Somewhere in there is a Mike McDonald, but I'm not quite sure exactly where that all fits
Yeah.
in. Goes to the Chargers. Defensive coordinator there comes back, and now he is leading the charge. I actually don't hate this hire. I really don't mind it. I think the offense is, which is why neither Brody or I feel particularly strong about the Todd Monken hire. I think that offense is, hey, we're going to run an RPO with Lamar, and if we're not doing that, we're going to hand the ball off to 22, and we'll probably get 350 yards a game.
If you shut down the run game, which the Steelers have been able to do, that offense it doesn't work. They don't have good wide receivers with the Ravens. Obviously, we've gone over that. The tight end room, Mark Andrews has just gone up in a cloud of dust in the last 3 seasons. Isaiah Likely every once in a while, but Lamar Jackson runs that show. If this play isn't working and this play isn't working, there's not a lot to offer. So if you shut down and make them one-dimensional, it's tough. And like you said, I just think that they're expecting something that's not actually there.
And unfortunately, shutting that down is probably one of the hardest things to do in football.
It is.
Which is crazy, because it's a set of 4 plays. Halfback dive, read option, halfback slant. It's just, that's not even a play. I'm just making it up. But if they decided to do that, they probably could. Testament to the Ravens offense. But I think this defense really needs the help. Roquan Smith played not his best. That defensive line wasn't as formidable as they had been. Kyle Hamilton is like the one bright spot. I love Kyle Hamilton. He will likely go down as a Hall of Fame caliber safety. He's that good. And then you got Marlon Humphrey. I like the progression.
Inconsistent.
I know. It's like it's like Revis Island one day, or Kevin King in the 2021 NFC Championship the next.
Kevin King, man.
Or 2020. Mm-hmm. And then who's the young buck? Wiggins,
yeah. Wiggins.
No,
Nate
Wiggins. Yeah. Nate Wiggins is a dog. I love that guy.
Yeah. Speedy.
So I'd love to see what they could do. Obviously, Lamar, when playing his caliber of football, when he's healthy, is a top 5 player in football. Derrick Henry is a top 3 running back.
Right. Yeah. I thought you were saying all the time. He's definitely a top 10 now. I mean, I think he's broken that chain for me for a top 10 running back.
Yeah, I think you got to put him above Saquon right now. Just Saquon didn't have the production, but like Christian McCaffrey, James Cook.
I'd probably put him as a top 5. Just because I think he does show a sign of aging sometimes. But when you give him, I mean, the guy can still take 33 carries a game, and that's very rare among any kind of age of running back.
Well,
but
think about the game he had against the Packers. I think he ran it like 36 times for 240 yards and 3 tuds.
Yeah, and then they just stop handing it off to him at some point in certain games. So
I think Brody and I are there's not much to this. This kind of all revolves around the offense, and if Justin Minter can get that defense going, it'll be a good team again. Do you got anything outside of that?
I hope they suck. It's just,
what?
Sorry, Steelers. Yep.
All right, we'll move on to away from the AFC North, and let's go to Bobby Salah. Rob Saleh got a job. Robert Saleh, the New York Jets head coach, fired by Aaron Rodgers. Then he went back to the San Francisco 49ers to be the defensive coordinator for Kyle Shanahan, which is what he was before he got the Jets job. And now he's going to the Tennessee Titans. And we talked about Cam Ward earlier. Obviously, Robert Saleh, a defensive guy, so they bring in Brian Dable as offensive coordinator, who we'll touch on shortly. I like the hire. I'll let you take over on this. We had a little conversation about this earlier, but
yeah, I mean, I think Robert Saleh is a good offense. I think he's a good coordinator. He's really good at defenses. He's really good at molding the defense. He's really good at getting star playmakers on your defense, right? Obviously, Fred Warner, Bosa, everybody on he's made that defensive back room really strong for the 49ers. He obviously had C.J. Mosley for the Jets, but it's also the Jets team it's aging. It's not great. He had Sauce Gardner. He had a couple stars there, but it's just not what you wanted. It was a rough spot, just like Aaron Glenn currently is in. But I can't believe they didn't fire Aaron Glenn. I mean, I get it, it's one season, but like, geez. So I think Saleh is a great defensive coordinator. Is he a good head coach? I think he needs support. What you mentioned, though, bringing Dable in, I think bringing in Brian Dable is just a move that works because we talked about Brian Dable not being – I don't think he's a great head coach. I think he's a great coordinator, though. So now you put him in the coordinator position. This is giving Saleh his second chance, and this is giving Dable his second chance. I think this works perfectly, and I think it's so hard to say the Titans will be good because, like, they're the Titans, and I'm so used to them being bad. Maybe they should bring back Ryan Tannehill. Who knows, guys? Who knows? But I think this could work. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not sure if Saleh is as great a head coach as everybody wants him to be. There's a lot of that around the league. There's a lot of, we want this guy to be a good head coach, and he's not. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
LSU legend, Zach Mettenberger.
Boom.
Get him in the building.
Boom.
Well, I will say, I'm sure that the door to be the 49ers defensive coordinator, as long as Kyle Shanahan is still coaching, will always be open for him. But if that doesn't work out and Nashville doesn't work out for him, he could always cosplay Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Cosplay's really in right now. And I mean, Baldy. Whew. I mean, yeah.
Mr. Clean.
Yeah. So best of luck for him. Cheers and jeers for the brother. And let's move on to Mike McDaniel. This is a big one. I think the Chargers' offensive firepower has not been what we believe it could be. I think Brody and I both agree that Justin Herbert is top 5 talent material. Which is a bunch of word salad to say we think he can be good. We think he can be good. Has he been good? Yes.
Apparently, when he's in the first 2 weeks of dating Madison Beer, he is, and then he just kind of goes back to his little shell. He's really talented. He's just he's never quite put a full season there. You know, he reminds me a lot of Jordan Love. They're both kind of in the same shell for me. They've a lot of talent. Some games it's like, whoa, I want to sign this guy to a $1 billion contract. Then in other games it's like, we drafted this guy with a first round pick in the top 10. It's kind of hard for me. I think Justin Herbert has all the tools. I've watched him be clutch. I've watched him make insane throws. We watched him throw for 5,000 yards. We've seen him just throw to every angle of the field, and somehow they still haven't put it together. Mike McDaniel, you bring in the vaping king of the world, the weirdo interview head coach of the world. I don't know. Once again, it's a guy I don't think is a good coach. I think he's a good
coordinator. Great
yes.
coordinator.
And I think he's not going to have all this pressure handled on him, and he's not going to have to do these weird interviews, and he's not going to have to deal with Tua. And there's always these excuses and stuff. He doesn't have to do that. Okay, there's no excuses. I think, although they lose Jesse Minter, they're going to find somebody to replace, if they haven't already. They're going to find somebody that's going to be defensive coordinator. They already have offensive coordinator with Mike McDaniel, and they have a solid head coach. We all know Jim is a good football mind. You got to watch out for the cheating, but I think he might be still a good coaching one. So the Chargers are going to be fine. They have a lot of pieces. They have Amari Hampton, who didn't have a great rookie year as everybody wanted him to. They got Najee Harris back if he comes back healthy and decides to stay with them. They're going to have a lot of pieces. It's the same old thing for the Chargers. Are they going to live up to what they should be? I mean, they also had Phillip Rivers for 17 years and never really got anything out of that either. So the Chargers kind of have to break this curse first of finding their own talent that they already have. So I don't know. It's kind of
I'm not even going to add on to that. I think Brody encapsulated what I would have said perfectly. I think they've got to fully understand what they've got in their building already, and once they maximize that, I think they can start making moves. Maybe expanding upon that. Maybe try and. It's
a lot like the Jaguars. When you think about it, the Jaguars have had number 1 picks. They've had top 5 picks. They've had new coaches. They've had new development. They've had whatever you want. It's happened to Jacksonville. They've got Travis Hunter. They've got Brian Thomas Jr. on the outside. They've got Trevor Lawrence now, who had a great season. They have Travis Etienne. I think once they started figuring out what they have on their team, it's like, oh, we might actually be a good team. And they win what? How many games they win? 13 this year?
Yeah.
13. They win 13 games this year. And although it was a disappointing playoff loss, they put up a good effort. That's a team that's dangerous. And I want to see the Jacksonville Jaguars come back and do the same thing they did this last year. Going on a huge winning streak, actually utilizing the players that they have. I remember at one point, for the past 3 years, I've had Travis Etienne on my fantasy league at some point. He's always like a guy that I bench every other week. The last 7 weeks of the season, I'm starting him every game. He's like a number 1 receiver for them. Once they start utilizing these things that they've drafted, Trayvon Walker, I don't know, Devin Lloyd, they've gotten all these players that are fantastic, and now they started utilizing that.
Well, so it's funny. Think about this. Next year, that offense will have Etienne, Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr. Hopefully they utilize him. Travis Hunter, Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, Brenton Strange. All of these guys, when people were injured, all kind of got, hey, we're valuable members to this team. And I'm not Virginia Tech legend Tootin, the backup running back. When Travis Etienne was kind of splitting carries with him, he's a speedster. He's a great player. I mean, that offense is loaded, and you nailed it on the head. Joshua Hines Allen, Travis Hunter, if he can play on the play a little defensive back, great guy. Devin Lloyd, we were looking first couple of weeks of the season. Devin Lloyd, I mean, that might be the defensive player of the year. Obviously, we decided to take our medicine and stop going schizo, but I mean, he's still a good player.
He had 5 picks at the end of the year.
And he's a linebacker.
Yeah.
So I think sky's the limit for this team. I thought Liam Cohen was a questionable hire. We all watched that interview when he first got there. I mean,
Duval.
Yeah, but I mean, he really did a good job. And also, first, just want to say, when they did that presser and that lady said that very kind thing, to the people that were clowning on her, being like, "You shouldn't be able to do that," literally, I want you to go find a pole in this freezing weather that we're having. Hope everyone's staying safe and warm, by the way. And I want you to blow it as hard as you can. And Brody, you can cut this part out. I mean, that was a little explicit, and that's not who I am as a person. For any professors that are watching this thinking, hey, let's hear about Alex's course. I hope you're not watching, and if you are, rewind and pretend you didn't hear.
Tell them to skip to around 40 minutes, and they'll be good.
Skip, yeah. We'll leave a little thing in the beginning. If you're a professor, if you're a part of the WVU academic board, skip past like 48 minutes. You won't see anything bad. Nothing there. And so we'll talk about that's our Jags conversation. Now, last thing, we talked about Brian Dable, Titans offensive coordinator. A lot of people aren't familiar with this. Brody and I have talked about Brian Dable, huge influence in a lot of young quarterbacks, great coach. Started with the Browns, worked with Brett Favre, Giants guy. Now he's with the Titans. In between all of this, Alabama, to help Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa. And now we've got another NFL guy, former coach, former coordinator, going back to college, joining Matt Patricia. So we'll have Ryan Day, Matt Patricia as the defensive coordinator, and now Arthur Smith as the offensive coordinator for that Ohio State Buckeye team. So, former offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Arthur Smith. Brody, how do we feel about this hire, and how do we how would you address your feelings towards Mr. Smith?
It's such a shame losing Arthur Smith. It hurts me because I loved watching him call just the best plays of all time. He was so good at just drawing up screen after screen that would go for 20 yards past the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I don't miss this guy at all. Is he better than Matt Canada? Yeah. Is he better than Randy Fichtner? Yes. Is he a good offensive coordinator? No. How about no? I think that when he was really successful as an offensive coordinator, he brought the best out of Ryan Tannehill. It's easy when you have Derrick Henry. We just talked about it with the Ravens and everything going on. It's easy when you have Derrick Henry. It's easy when you have A.J. Brown. What happened? Oh my gosh, they got rid of those pieces and he sucked. And then, well, obviously he's going to the Falcons. He didn't have those pieces. And he sucked. He was not good. He's a terrible offensive mind, I think, for the NFL level. It doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work.
Which is crazy too, because you already have him above Matt Canada and Randy Fichtner.
And that's what's funny.
That's even worse.
Yeah, he's not just brain dead as an offensive coordinator. He still can do things, but it's like, hey, here's this weapon, utilize it. No, I don't think I will. It's like, well, he's really good at this. And it's like, yeah, I know, but I'm gonna try this first. It's like, hey, try the big old double stack burger. It's really good. Oh, dude, you're right. That looks fire. Yeah, let me get a 10-piece chicken nugget. It's like, what are we doing?
Hey, Arthur, we gotta try out this. I mean, we're gonna run a PA crosser and maybe we'll run like a boot. I'm gonna try out the double 42 wombat.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And he, just a food for thought. You guys know who Pat Fryermuth is? You guys know who that is? You wouldn't know him this year if you'd watched the Steelers game. Maybe one target a game. Pat Fryermuth is I believe, a top 10 tight end in the NFL when you actually use him. I think he's great. He's a great receiving tight end. He does his job blocking. Do you guys know who Jonnu Smith is? Oh, you knew when he was on the Dolphins, huh? Maybe when he was with Tennessee the first time? with Arthur Smith.
I'm sorry.
and
I'm gonna jump in real quick.
Yeah.
Why did they trade for Johnny Smith? I never thought about it. Darnell Washington and Pat Fryermuth. That's a pretty good tight end, bro.
Who do we trade away again? Oh, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And who do we end up needing at safety? Oh, Jalen Ramsey, because he was getting burned at quarterback.
Real quick, Isaiah Likely. That last game for the regular season. I mean, obviously Tyler Luke missed a field goal, but Isaiah Likely caught like 30-yard pass. Who's that on?
Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, okay. Who'd you have? Who would have been there had Jalen Ramsey not been traded to the Steelers?
Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
everyone knows that Minkah's like a blanket. He's there, man. He's always there. And now he's rotting on a terrible Miami Dolphins team. Sucks. I'm sorry, Minkah. Minka's like watching this right now. Minka's I'm your biggest fan. I have your jersey. There's not much more I can say. Absolute failure. That's all I have to say. Anyways, I also, as an avid Ohio State hater. D1 hater, I hope this doesn't work out for you guys. I hope this is just like watching the Steelers run screenplay after screenplay with Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell and whatever. You have Najee Harris, 6'2" running back. That's fine. Run him up the middle. Hey, you can try stuff on the side. Anyways, so
I'm gonna do it again too.
The Captain America. No, I don't think I will. So Arthur Smith, I don't know. Maybe they see something in this guy
all day.
Hey, he could be just like Chip Kelly. You ever thought about that? Chip Kelly's great at the college level. He's terrible at the NFL level. Yeah.
Chip Kelly's good with Marcus Mariota and LaMichael.
He's great with a roster worth $25 million and 4 first-round draft picks. But I think Arthur Smith, I don't think we've seen him at the college level like this. So I don't know. We'll see. You know that Ohio State's going to buy their way to the top, so we'll see if he can do that. So let's move on, Alex. Good talks, though.
Brody and I just had a little conversation. We're just figuring it out, kind of like Arthur Smith playing tic-tac-toe on his offensive play call sheet. So, of all the things that we haven't talked about the NFC or the AFC Championship and how the Super Bowl is going to be in about a week or some change. So, we're looking forward to that. So, Brody, how did you enjoy wasting your time for 3.5 hours to watch that Broncos-Patriots game?
No.
Me either. Okay. Do we need to talk about that?
No, the only good part was the last part, and that was it.
Yep. All right, Drake May. Happy you got there. Mike Vrabel couldn't happen to a better guy. We all love Mike Vrabel in this building.
One quick note. That's a great coach. That's all I have to say. He's a great coach.
Couldn't agree more. Him and Dave Canales. Those are the two best guys out there right now. Brody goes, Dave Canales.
Oh.
And then because the Broncos and the Patriots was stinky dog poo-poo, the Rams and the Seahawks said, you know what, guys? We gotcha. And I don't know if I have been that entertained by a football game in quite some time. Just for that caliber of game, the importance of that game, all that kind of stuff. We've had some games that were better this year. But obviously, it was a great game. Seahawks get it done. We're looking forward to seeing what Mike McDonald, Sam Darnold, JSN, that defense, what they're capable of doing against the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. But let's break down that Rams-Seahawks game, bud. What do we got? Yeah,
so let me ask you a question. Before we get into this, Sam Darnold has played great all year, other than seeing Ghost just a few times. Is Sam Darnold the kind of guy you trade for? Do you sign him to a big contract? Is this the kind of guy that's worth that? Or do you think this is a good system that's been created?
If I'm Sam Darnold, I don't want to go anywhere.
No, I wouldn't.
I like where I am. Unless you're, I don't know, maybe like the Vikings. You've got to be a team that has a high-end wide receiver and a good defense. I think we've watched Seattle play. The run game is okay. I've talked about it. I'm not in love with Zach Charbonnet. I like Kenneth Walker, but he hasn't gotten the love that he's deserved, I think, from that coaching staff. Doesn't get as many carries as he would otherwise, but I think he's kind of a true RB1. But that run game isn't great. The offensive line does a decent job. I want to say Charles Cross, a tackle out of Mississippi State.
Yep.
And he's been good. That offensive line, shores everything up. And JSN just gets to go to work. And Cooper Kupp gets to do his job. And that offense gets to hum a little bit. So if I'm another team, I got to have all those pieces there. But if I'm Sam Darnold, I love where I am.
Yeah. And he's played lights out in the moments that matter. Mike McDaniel has done a... Mike McDonald. McDonald, dude. There's so many McDaniels and McDonald's.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I think I'm gonna get some.
Sounds like you know what I had before this?
What's that?
Popeyes, dude. It was so good.
Oh gosh,
Dude, it was so good. It was, and they put that little extra tender in there with that 3-piece. They said,
oh
take
baby.
one, take one. Yeah,
You-
and
you-
they gave me 4 buffalo sauces. They usually
Do you like
charge
buffalo?
Love buffalo sauce. It's my favorite thing.
Have you ever tried the blackened ranch?
I have tried the black ranch. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Do you know the closest Popeyes here is in Saberton?
Dude, I know. I made that drive many a times.
I have too. It's it's like 4 degrees here right now.
Is it actually?
Dude,
For everybody watching, it's probably like this for you too. Everywhere probably on the East Coast, but like Virginia and West Virginia, there's just concrete of ice. You can walk on it. You don't fall through. It's just a solid concrete bedding of ice, and it's ridiculous. You can just walk 4 feet above the air, above the ground, not the air. You can walk 4 feet above the ground, or however many feet it is, and you're just like, hey, what's up? And then, but it's also like slippery as heck, so you'll just like take one step and you'll do one of these, and you'll catch your footing. It's scary. Anyways, that's crazy, and it's still going to be here because it's -4, and because it's however much in Virginia, it's still freezing. It's just not going away. So. Anyways, yeah, so back to it. Mike McDonald. Big Mike, you've done such a great job this year. I mean, this year, last year, obviously last year more of a building stepping stone to get to this point. Trading away DK Metcalf, maybe a decision some people didn't want, some people did want. It worked out well because it allowed Jackson Smith and Jigba to do what he was promised to do as what he was at Ohio State. Obviously, we knew JSN had the potential the last 3 years, but he really didn't get the moments to shine. Whenever he did get those moments, it's like, okay, here's the guy with 300 yards in the Rose Bowl. JSN, ridiculous. He's just always open, one of those guys. Kenneth Walker's, I think, one of the best running backs in the NFL, actually. I think he's insanely talented. Deals a little bit too much with injuries, but they also have this obsession of using Zach Charbonnet over Kenneth Walker sometimes, and it's like, Zach Charbonnet is like a tank, which is good in certain moments. Put him on the goal line. Anytime else, it's like, give me Kenneth Walker. Dude, he has done such a good job with this roster. I mean, 14 wins this year. And that's with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is not a proven quarterback. He had a great year last year, absolutely frauded out in the playoffs. He's done great. And I think this Seattle team is a no-brainer. They just beat the second best team in the NFL, being the Rams. And I don't think they should have any problem beating the Patriots. I think Drake May is a great quarterback. I think the Patriots team plays really together. There's not superstars on this team, especially the offense, but they get the job done because that's who Mike Vrabel is. They could come out lights out and blazing. The defense is really good. They could take care of business. But I really do think the Seahawks have too good of a defense that comes together. Tyreek Woolen's been playing really good. You have a really good. He's been better, okay? He was trash earlier in the year. Their playmakers are actually making plays. Their offensive line is coming together. Hey, imagine if Russell Wilson had this offensive line. That's all I got to say. I don't know. This is just the best team in the NFL to me, and reminder that the Steelers totally should have beat them. Should have, would have, could have, whatever. I'm excited to see this, though. This is a good matchup. This is something we've seen before, obviously, the infamous 1-yard line interception. I think the Patriots are a little young. I think this is a young team. So I'm going to pick the Seahawks. I'm going to go with that. I have no problem picking them. I think they've, to this point, showed me they're the best team in the NFL. Although, Christian Gonzalez is a dog, and I really am interested to see if they play Christian Gonzalez on JSN, because I don't know if you noticed this. A lot of teams have had this new habit of not putting their wide receiver one, or not putting their cornerback one against the wide receiver one. A tribe of asparagus children, but they're self-conscious about the way their pee smells. Why would you not put, like Derek Stingley, one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, was not on DK Metcalf during
He didn't need to be.
He didn't need to be. He wasn't on him. Jamar Chase constantly is being moved around, and he obviously avoids the cornerback one, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll catch it anyways. But if I'm a coordinator and head coach, I want my top guy. Joey Porter Jr., actually, he does a lot of the dirty work. They put Joey on a lot of the top ones. Sometimes doesn't pay out, but I'd rather my top guy be on that than watching Jalen Ramsey get burnt by Zay Flowers or whoever it is. What is it with this trend of it's like their stats are always, I don't know, Sauce Gardner has never allowed a touchdown this season and has a pass rating. It's like, yeah, because he's covering, I don't know.
He's covering Robert Woods, who's back in the league for some reason.
It's like, what do you expect? He's covering the slot, or he's covering the number 2 or the number 3. So I want to see Christian Gonzalez. I want to see, you ever watch YouTube videos like, this versus this. It's like Richard Sherman versus prime, I don't even know, Julio Jones, whatever. You'll watch those and it's like who wins the rep, and it's like people in the comments are going, Julio won this, Richard Sherman. That's what I want to see, and we've gotten away from that. I want to see the number ones against the number ones. Stop playing this zone crap. Stop playing this whole, it's clearly, they're like, oh, but they had no safety help over top. Stop. Give me an island. Give me the Revis, man. Give me the island. I want to see it. As a viewer, I want to watch it.
I hate to be that guy. The Seahawks don't need to run man that often.
I know.
That defensive line is so good. They could just sit back in zones all day, and that defensive line is going to clog up all the lanes. I have this game 20-17 Seahawks. Mm-hmm. I think this is a low-scoring game. I think this is a defensive game. I think both quarterbacks commit turnovers. I think this is going to be one of those Seahawks are up 20-10, and with 5 minutes left, the Patriots score and try and get the ball back, and they just can't.
I'm going 27-24.
You think it's going to be that many points?
Yep, 27-24.
Really?
I think the Seahawks have the ability to really do damage, but not like crazy damage, but enough damage to put themselves in the front, like you said. And I also think Drake May has the ability to kind of bring a lot of life out of his team. I think he has done that the entire year. I think Kayshon Boutte, I think, Will Campbell's going to do his best up front. He's got a really good team around him. He's got a good defense, offensive line. And Drake May's just a baller. I think he put up 24 against Seattle, even though they have a really good defense. I think this could be a 24-27 game, just like the Rams. I think it could be that kind of game if the Patriots show up.
I think this could be a 38-41 game. It could. I mean, I think both quarterbacks are capable of putting 30 on both of these teams, but they've got to play sparkling. They have got to be perfect. Yeah. So, and I think both of these defenses are really good. I think that this is going to be that cat and mouse kind of game and see who's going to bend the knee first. And that second half is going to be that second half is going to be what are the adjustments? What are we thinking, guys? And I think that's the game. And I'm looking forward to it. I think this is either team's ball game. I do favor the Seahawks a little bit, but I would not be surprised whatsoever if Drake May gets it done.
Yeah, I got to pull for the Seahawks. Cannot have the Patriots having 7 Super Bowls. That makes me want to throw up. That is disgusting. They've already done it enough. Just a friendly reminder that the Patriots have had 5 quarterbacks now, a top 10 pick multiple times, been terrible, lost a division about 3 times. All within the span, and won a Super Bowl, and are back in the Super Bowl, all within the span of the Steelers winning their last playoff game. So that makes me sick to my stomach, and that
multiple Super Bowl wins, by the way.
What do you want me to say? It's not. I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy this. Yeah, I can't have the Patriots win. So for my own sake, really pulling for the Seahawks, which makes me want to throw up a little bit. Yeah, go Seahawks. All right, Alex, what do we got? We got something else, or we get
those are our topics. We did it. Nice and clean. Let's get this game.
Yeah,
Brody did a little tease for a game that I don't even know about. I didn't even know about it until he started recording, so I cannot be more excited. And if it's about what does Alex eat for lunch? It's 4:00 now. What does Alex eat for dinner? Popeyes or McDonald's? I don't know. I might have to make that drive out to. I can't, bro. The roads are horrible.
Hey, everybody, if you guys think you have bad roads, take a trip on to Morgantown.
Take a trip to Morgantown. The ice doesn't even need to be there. It could be 70, balmy. Come driving. I'm not telling you where I live. Come drive in my complex. Brody, you know everything about that complex. All the potholes. Yeah. Go on any road. Go on any of the back roads. Now, let's add ice. You know, on my way to class these last 2 days, my wheels have locked up and I've spun, and I've been fortunate that nobody's gone out in the middle of the road. I could be dead. Scary. I might not have been able to record this podcast and talk about how great of a play caller Arthur Smith is with you.
Wait, didn't they they started a petition to
Yes! Benson Boone, whoever you are, you're in charge of something at this university. You suck. You suck so much. So much. We had Monday and Tuesday off. Rightfully so. Tuesday night, it snowed for like another 4 hours, and we had nothing on our radar or anything. I went to bed Tuesday night. I went to bed early enough just in case I had to get up, but I set my alarms for my class after my morning class because I'm an idiot and decided to have 8 a.m.s downtown. And I decided, you know what, I'm not going to go to this class regardless. I'm probably not going to have to. I wake up, see my car covered for the 4th time in 4 days, and I've cleaned it off each day. And there's still classes going. And I just decided not to go. I had 15 minutes to get downtown if I wanted to, but I didn't.
Did you guys have class Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
That's why my wheels are spinning. I shouldn't even be driving to class. I can't get to class unless I drive, and I pay for parking.
That's unbelievable. My family's here in Loudoun County. They've had the entire week off.
Really?
Entire week. Have not gone into school. It's crazy.
Yeah, by the way, guys.
The roads are fine, by the way. They're it's just the side stuff that's bad, but the roads are totally fine. I cannot believe that.
Yeah, by the way, guys, look up Loudoun County and tell Brody what you think about him.
Richest county in America. Not me, but it is the richest county in America. Okay, guys. So
Brody reminds everybody, my family is teachers still. We are
teachers, yeah. By the way, underpaid. Okay, guys. So I had no idea what Wavelength was. Alex told me what it was. Basically, our game is going to be Wavelength. Okay, so one of us is going to close our eyes, not know the number. We're going to show you the number, and then we're going to get 3 questions that are catered to the other. So, for example, let's say Alex says my number is 5. I have no idea. I go, Alex, give me a fast food restaurant that reflects this number. I'm not expecting Alex to give me his. I'm expecting what he thinks I would think that is. Does that make sense? So if he says McDonald's, to be honest, isn't high on my radar for a scale from 1 to 10. If Alex says a 10, I'm probably thinking Popeyes. That's a Popeyes thing for me, not a McDonald's thing. So I'm probably thinking like that's a 5 for me, right? We get the name of the game. You have to cater to the other player, okay? That's all that needs to be said. Follow along. I'm going to give you a number first, okay? So you're going to look away. I'm going to show our audience, and then you're going to think of 3 good questions to ask me that reflects this number. Are you ready for a number?
Yep, I'm looking away.
Okay, here we go, guys. We are going to go with... Okay, Here we go. We're good.
Okay, we might have to censor this or bleep it out.
I had no idea there was a name for this game.
Wavelength, yeah. People on our floor, freshman year.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, this is hard because we pretty much hate everybody that lived on our floor.
Oh,
maybe not at one point, but now we do.
No, we didn't. Okay. No, we don't. Brody probably does.
Alex, right now, no, we don't. So no, that's funny because I thought of 3 names instantly that I was like, nope, not anymore. I'm gonna go with Mark, trumpet player, Mark.
It's like a 6. Mark's the. I never talked to Mark.
Exactly.
Funniest guy ever, though, in our floor group chat. Shout out, Mark. Good trumpet player. Love hearing you play. Okay? All right. Chick-fil-A menu item.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, I'm not sure what your choice is, though. I'm gonna go with the standard, the chicken minis for the breakfast.
The chicken minis.
Dude, whatever they put in that bread, so good.
I know. It's like the glaze on top.
Dude, I wish I could just, order the bread.
I think I'm going to say now we're moved up to a 7.
I can't say anything, man.
I know, but I'm giving him an idea of where I'm at so he can tailor to me.
So you were at a 6, now you're at a 7.
Okay, anyways. Next question. Oh, man. A number 1 through 10.
So actually...
Oh, gosh.
Tribe of asparagus children, but they're self-conscious about the way they're...
Oh, man. West Virginia quarterback since we've been in school.
Oh, this is the worst answer of all time. They're all negative numbers.
So for people that are wondering, we've got Jarrett Dagey, JT Daniels, Garrett Green, Nico Markiel,
Scotty Fox,
yeah.
Yeah, we won't count the other true freshmen, though. I'll go Garrett Green.
Okay, I'll stay a 7.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
What's your final guess?
7.
It is 7.
Spain! Come on!
Yes! There we go. Wavelength. Okay. You guys are catching on how it goes. Here we go. Alex is going to give me a number. Eyes are down. Go ahead, Alex.
You're good.
All right. I hate not knowing. All right. Alex, give me a car brand.
Acura.
Okay. A little rich, little outdated. Okay.
I drive an Acura.
Yeah, I know, but once again, a little rich, a little outdated.
What did you want me to say? Volvo? It's the greatest car ever. I love it.
Heated seats, baby. Okay, but you're thinking about what I would like. Now, what you?
Oh, shoot.
So it would be a 10 for you.
I don't know I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it
Okay,
isn't.
I'll roll. I'll roll with it. Now I'm in either direction.
No,
Okay.
I'll give you a car. I think you. Okay, I'll give you a. See this here. Here we're dancing a little bit. We'll go with a Maserati.
Oh. Okay. Nice car. I'm not a car guy, but I do like nice cars and how they look. Okay. Give me a soda.
Okay. How often do you go to the Carolinas?
What kind of question? I ask you for sodas.
I know. I need. It's a question that
Put
precedes.
the fries in the bag, bro. Just
Have you
give me
ever-
a soda.
Have you ever had cheer wine?
Yeah, I've had cheer wine.
Okay, cheer wine.
Okay, cheer wine. It's like a fruitier Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper's my favorite drink. Okay, I get one more. Whew, man, I'll tell you right now, I'm around an 8. I was thrown off by the Acura because it could go either. I was like, maybe I'm at a 5 with an Acura, but I'm also like, I know you like Acuras, but then obviously we erased that, so then we have to go with Maserati. Maserati, beautiful car. I'm not sure it's like your number one choice. I don't know if it's my number one choice. You're trying to think about me, but I'm in that 7, 8, 9 category. I don't think we're at a 10 yet. And then cheer wine, you would have said like Dr. Pepper or something. Cheer wine's a little lesser than Dr. Pepper, so I'm at an 8. All right, I'll stop rambling. Give me a sports team based on their logo.
Can it be any logo, or do I have to
Any
be current?
logo in sports.
Like right now?
Right now.
Right now, okay.
Current.
Man. Can I do... it has to be now.
Has to be now. No all time.
Oh, gosh. See, there's an obvious answer here, but it wouldn't connect with you. Oh, gosh.
Try me.
No, I won't. Yeah?
Hmm?
Oh, but see, I need to... Okay. Yeah.
Dude, my mustache looks so like 1980s cop right now.
You look like Tom Selleck.
Yeah, like straight across. It doesn't
Sarah's
go but
jumping for joy right now. Tom Selleck!
top
Oh,
one people that she
gosh.
would never know. I love you so much, Sarah.
I'll go Boston Celtics.
The logo kind of sucks, but it's iconic. Like with the guy with the cane,
Yeah.
the little whatever, the little glass monocle. Okay, I'm gonna settle out with. Oh, dude, that's so hard. Would you think I like the Celtics logo? I'm also like, I'm insanely weird about logos, and I'm very hard on them. So tough critic. So, I'm gonna go 8.
Are you positive? That's your
Yeah, I'm
answer.
positive. I'm positive.
That's 9.
Was it? Oh no!
It's so hard. So what I wanted to say was Yankees, just because that's like a classic. Everybody likes the pinstripes.
But you know I would hate it.
You hate the Yankees, so I can't do that. The real answer was the Vancouver Grizzlies. That's the 9, but they're not in
Okay.
Vancouver anymore. That is
Yeah.
a 9 of 9. All right, you want to do one more round? Can we do
Yeah,
one more
one
round?
more round. Yeah, one more round. Yeah, I love this game. Okay, this is one of those games that like you play with your friends and like somebody says, "All right, we'll stop," and you're like, "But I don't want to stop."
What do we? You know what's funny? I play this all the time with my roommates, and they hate it. They hate
Dude,
it.
I love this game.
Exactly.
It's great in the car too. It's a great car game. Okay,
Thanks.
close your eyes, Alex.
Yep,
All right, here we
you're
go. All right, here we go.
Good.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let's go with like a condiment.
Okay.
We're doing this from what I like, right?
Yeah, from what you
Okay.
like.
Yeah.
Let's go with like a relish.
We might be Sub-Zero.
No!
Are we doing zero?
No!
Are we stopping at 0 or 1?
No, we'll stop at 1. 1 to 10.
Okay, so it's 1 right now. Okay.
I got you right where I want you.
Yeah, let's go. Did you have LEDs in your room freshman year?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Color
man.
of room for
It's the
intimacy.
Love Shack, bro. It's the Love
Color
Shack.
of room for intimacy. So obviously I could go, hey, we're dancing now. It stays on this color, which is purple. The color
Okay,
of
I
room
got-
for intimacy.
Yeah,
For the
like-
purposes of intimacy.
you're setting the mood. You're like,
Yeah, let's get the
hey,
mood. What?
let's get the mood setting. Let's put some music on.
And
gonna
actually, it doesn't need to be color. It could be setting.
Okay, I'm gonna
Like-
go with like a yellow lime green, like mellow yellow color. Because why would we ever leave that on?
Like that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Hey, baby. Come here.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I was thinking you were gonna do something like one of these. Ah! Ah!
Yeah,
Ah!
that's cool. That's voice activated.
Yes, it is! Baby, come here!
Have you ever?
Let's have a good time!
Have you ever played drums to those, dude?
Yeah, you get the gist. Yeah, pretty miserable, by the way. Okay, so we're floating around 2. Okay. Also, by the way, ranch is my favorite condiment. Just in case. I'm pretty sure you knew that, but.
Yep.
Alrighty. Third question. I'm at a 2 right now. It's teetering on 1. I'm at like a 1.8.
Okay.
Rounds up to 2 though. Just I'm gonna
Rounds
keep throwing in interjections, you know. Okay. Do you watch the Mission Impossibles?
Yeah.
Mission Impossible movies.
Okay.
So we know which ones they can't be if they're good.
Okay. Let me. I'm not gonna give away anything, but Mission Impossible movies are all pretty good. They're all great. You know,
Okay, I'll switch it. No, I got you. Marvel movies.
No.
Marvel movie.
Okay. That Mission Impossible is pretty hard because there's
MI2.
Yeah, but like I didn't. The last one, you know, the Final Reckoning or whatever, I didn't think was phenomenal. That was good.
But
like Ghost Protocol is amazing. You know, Rogue Nation. Those are
Dead Reckoning, Rogue Nation.
They're all good. You know what I'm saying? They're all on a kind of an even level. It's kind of hard to replicate. Okay, Marvel movies. This is good. I'll go with Marvels.
So it's 1. It's 1. That's the worst movie they've ever made. It's 1. That's my final answer.
That's not the worst movie they've ever made.
It's 1. I don't care.
Okay, it was 3.
It was 3.
It was 3.
What movies are worse than that?
How about the new Marvels? Or the new what's the one they made with all the teenagers?
How's it come out?
No, yes. It was terrible. Everybody hated it. Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
So, okay, Brody, keep it a buck. I think you and I have gone out and grabbed a hot dog together. You've never seen me put relish on something. You got
it. Exactly. Right. I needed to bring you down to 1 in the first place. I had you right where I wanted you. And then, what was the second question you asked me?
Lights for Intimacy.
That's a hard one, because obviously the lime green was not the worst one, but it's pretty bad. So then you ask me Marvels, and it's like, I don't know. All the Captain Americas are fantastic. Thor's are pretty great. There's nothing worth the 2 there.
You could have said Thor the Dark World or Thor 1, and I'd been like, okay.
That's still like a 4 for me, 4 or 5. I mean, I guess I could have brought you up a little bit, but
if I'm at 1 already, you gotta give me a 5 to get me to a 3.
I know. I probably Eternals. That's the one I'm thinking of. Marvel Eternals.
Eternals is pretty good. It's a solid movie. It's not great. No. By all means, it's not great. It's a 5. That is a 5. If a 5 could be a 5. All right, Brody, close your eyes.
All right, I'm ready.
And I'm gonna give this number. All right, and we're gonna win. And you're good. Let's go, bud.
All right. Let's see. Hold on. Let me. This is the one I was thinking about. The New Mutants.
Oh yeah, the New Avengers. You know that got like refilmed like 6 times.
Yeah, it was a total crap fest. Was that even a Marvel movie technically?
It's not canon. No, it's not canon.
But it's still Marvel.
Yeah.
Company. Obviously X-Men. Okay. Alex, give me a quarterback in the NFL. Based on how the average viewer would perceive them.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a Josh Allen.
Oh, okay, so we're high already, because if I'm an NFL viewer, it's like Josh Allen's the MVP. Okay, I'm gonna go with a 9. Okay, we've already been 9, which makes me think you're gonna do it again. Okay, so we're gonna go 9. Alex, give me a school subject.
This is for you.
Yeah.
Gym.
Okay. I love PE, except for when they make us run the pacer or
What'd you get in the pacer?
Laps.
What's your best pacer?
92.
Oh, you're way better than me. I think I got 68 like once.
Dude, middle school.
I got to 40 and I stopped. 40 was an A.
So I think this was 7th or 8th grade, middle school. This is like the prime of my athletic ability. I remember I was so freaking gassed, and your lungs are like burning, and this really popular kid right in front of me is me and him. And he never really talked to me a whole bunch. He's like one of those like jocks in middle school. You know, we got the Nike Elites going on. We've got the LeBrons every day. Showed up to school with a buzz cut one day and didn't get bullied. Anyways, not that he should have. Anyways, he was like, dude, come on, keep going. And we were gone for like 20 more, and I got to 92. I felt like I was dead, but I got 92, which was really cool.
Yeah, in sixth grade, the other like our friends would gamble like our lunches, our school lunches, and me and my neighbor Cooper Bonenberger, shout out Cooper. We don't really talk, but shout out Cooper. The dude was an absolute homie. Him and I were the last two, and I think a lot of people were betting on me, but like by this time, like I think I kind of peaked in sixth grade or like fifth grade.
You also have asthma, right?
Yes.
Running the pacer with asthma.
Seasonal asthma, but something along those lines. And we get to like, I think we get to like 61 or something like that, and I am beat, and I just stop, and everybody in the stands goes, "What? What?" Yeah. Shout out Cooper, man. Cooper's an athlete.
Okay. Give me like a sound company, somebody who makes sound, like headphones. You know, it could be headphone speakers.
This is a stupid question. This is you know about that I know nothing about.
Okay, do you want to give me another one?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the sound companies.
Okay. Number one answer is Bose, by the way. Okay. Let's go colors. Just give me a color. What do you want from me?
Sound companies, there's like 6. Colors, there's like 7, 8. I don't know what your favorite color is. Probably like yellow. But I see like this is what's fucking crazy. I have no idea. Brody, we've been best friends for so long. I have no idea what your favorite color is.
Yeah, you do. But also, are you implying that it's going to be my favorite color?
I have no idea. I'm going to say, I don't know.
Bro, think about me, dude.
It's like orange or yellow. So I'm going to say yellow.
That's terrible. That brings me down to like a 1 because I hate the color yellow.
Yeah, well, you went to West Virginia and your favorite team's the Pittsburgh Steelers. I thought you'd have a little...
Hey, buddy.
Gold.
Take what's behind
Gold.
You. Yeah, it's gold. It's not yellow.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. All right, your favorite color is gold.
You're choosing gold? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go... It's not my favorite color. My favorite color is purple. But we're going to go... I'm going to go 10.
Yeah!
There we go. I could have solely based that off of Josh Allen.
Colors. I think people don't think Pat is as good anymore. Lamar had a down year. Josh had a decent year, and he just won the MVP. And I didn't want to say Matt Stafford or Drake May, because...
Should have said Joe Burrow, man.
Oh, you're right. I should have.
Plus 12. Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers.
All right. Next week, we're gonna do Wavelength out of 1,000 numbers.
475. That's a good number.
465.
No, 475 is a good number. It's a really good number. All right, guys. So, your favorite goofballs here. That was a fun game. I like Wavelengths. Hopefully you guys can play along with that. Also, play it on your own. It's really fun. So, we've got a lot going on. Next time we check in, we might be talking about the Super Bowl still. Maybe just a quick recap.
Yeah, bro. So...
It might be over. It might be over. I might take another 2-week hiatus. I don't know. We kind of film episodes now whenever. Also, I think...
No. We film episodes whenever Brody wants to film it.
Whenever I want to film them, yeah.
Alex doesn't get out of classes till like 3 or 4 o'clock every day. Still makes the time. Tries to get it done. Brody goes, hey, man.
See, it's funny because Alex is now repaying all of the times he spent in his bed not going to class. Now he's making up...
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Now he's making up for it with senior year.
Okay, no. You want to play a game? Let's play a game.
Alex, what's the max credits you've ever taken minus this year?
18.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, you can't go over 20.
Dude, I had 20, like 2 semesters in a row. Plus, if you're a performer, which you're a performer, it's a lot more than 20. So jazz band for me, 3 days a week.
But that's the equivalent. Like I took opera last semester, which is you're putting 7 hours a week. That's for 1 credit though.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Hey Brody, show me how to do some contrary motion. 1 5 6 4 1 6.
Oh my gosh. You know what? You send me your stuff, and I'll make it sound good. That's what.
Okay, yeah. You guys want to know about who went to class? Actually, we both went to class. I'm not gonna lie here, like Brody is, and say Brody didn't go to class. Brody went to class.
I went to every.
Brody went to class. How many times? I think the percentage might be 75% of the time. Brody was not paying attention at all and doing retroball.
Hey guys, I have this thing called severe ADD, but also just a love for retroball.
Get over it.
I do, dude. Look, I'm squishing this thing right now because my ADD. It's not ADHD. It's just ADD.
I got ADD too.
Anyways, yeah, two favorite goofballs. Anyways, Alex has to get out of bed. Hey, but you know what you're getting out of bed for right now? Some McDonald's, because you've earned that. You've earned yourself some McDonald's, okay?
I sure have. Also, I'm not done talking about this. Brody, no. I want this to be abundantly known, and we're gonna censor this a little bit here and there, okay? But like, Brody and I, freshman year, we were both, chopping it up, having a good time, going to class together. We both had girlfriends, all that kind of stuff. Brody would come over to my room, and this is every night. Yo, Alex, where's that theory homework? And so there's one night.
This guy, basically, guys, I'll sum this up for you. Alex is trying to get lucky, and I need homework. That's what it is. And I have one response to that. Scoreboard, who's got the degree? This guy, yeah, suck it. Hey, maybe you won't pass.
Yeah, so the one time my door's locked, just because I'm with my girlfriend, okay? Let's keep it a buck. And Brody starts tries to open the door. Brody never knocked, by the way. Brody never knocked.
If you guys ever watch Kramer from Seinfeld, it's basically me. Brody
just comes in, okay? He sees it's locked, and my door was never locked. And he goes, literally, and I'm just, Brody goes, I know what you're doing in there. I know what you're doing. Hey, Alex, can I get that theory?
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do for the class.
Whenever you're done hanging out, Alex, can I get that theory?
Hey, I did do your oral theory homework, and you got to admit that.
When?
I did. Remember that? You were trying to do your oral theory homework, and I literally did it for you.
I have the videos of us at 3 a.m.
No, he didn't do his oral theory homework, so he had to
I did do my oral theory homework.
Wait, do you remember when I had to force you to do it? Guys, Alex hated doing assignments, which I don't blame you, but...
What are we doing? Yes. We are spreading misinformation.
When it came to oral theory and
I didn't like oral theory. You're right.
Yeah,
that's
the R2Z. Yes, no, not written. You're great at written theory. You hated the oral theory. I'm like, Alex, dude, you're going to fail. I do not want you to fail. I need you. Like, we're going to take these classes. We're going to pass together. Alex is like, yeah, I'll get to it. We're on the last day of assignments, and Alex is sitting in this room going, "Dolati, fudge," and just anyways, great times. I would love to revisit that.
What we could do is I'll send the video, and you could put in because I've got videos because we had to record these to send them in. I've got videos of me doing exactly what Brody is saying.
Dude, I would literally never go back to this. This was horrible. This is if you guys are thinking about doing music right now, don't do it.
Don't. But you gotta be honest, man. It was fun.
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was great. Hey, scoreboard. Got the degree. I'm out, man.
I'm so fed up with you right now, bro. I changed majors 3 times. You changed majors once.
Hey, would I be your friend if you weren't fed up with me? Pretty sure you sent one of those in.
These are being recorded at 1:45 in the morning, and mind you, this freshman year we weren't really night owls like that. We all tried to go to bed before 1.
Yeah, because you got to get at 8 a.m.
We had to get up at 7 a.m. to get ready for class, and we had to walk to class. Anyways.
Brutal times, dude. Yeah. You just sent me that video. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to watch that later. So good. Anyways, okay, guys. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's what it's going to be. So, yeah, we're gonna record. We're going to do all this stuff, and we're going to have another guest on here, which will be really fun. And thanks for tuning in, as always. Please check out our TikTok, check out our Instagram, check out our Spotify, where you can find us, YouTube. You can find all that. Watch the full podcast if you want. You can skip through the entire thing. You can watch it at times 10 speed. Who cares? Watch the clips on Instagram and TikTok. They're entertaining, I promise. They're not Alex just reading contract numbers, which he will. If you guys want that, request it in the comments. Say, I want Alex to read me the new contracts.
We talked about a Patreon. I will do ASMR contract reading. Shohei Ohtani, 10 years, $700 million, $680 million, deferred $2 million annually.
Kyle Tucker, supremely overpaid. That's what yours is. Okay, guys. Hey, It's been fun having you. Hope you enjoyed it. My name is Brody Minnick. This is Alex Desai. We are the biggest goofballs in the world, and I hope you keep tuning in. And Franco actually just spilled something upstairs while my dad was watching him, so he's down in the pen with me now. So everybody say hi, Franco. He's humping an animal, so never mind. Let him be.
Yeah, baby. Get after it, Franco.
And you know what? The lights are lime green right now.
Hey, now.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning
Thanks,
in.
guys.
We'll see you next time.